Right, Shalom Akim, first and foremost. As always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and the glory unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Shemakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and unto the elders of Great Millstone, GMS who taught me this truth. And honors to the brethren in the Akim that's pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI for allowing me to come back with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is simply going to be Show Care. And I mean, I didn't really look up the definition of the word, but I might as well since we're here. But that word, those words came into my mind, and when they did, I referred them to the truth. Now, when you look up the word, matter of fact, let me just look up this word. I'll look them up both. I'll look both of them up. But definition of diligent.
Here's the definition of diligent: having or showing care and conscientiousness in one's work or duties.
And that's what we're supposed to have unto this truth, because us going out to those highways and hedges, us going out to cheap place of concourse, us making our lessons, in our homes, whether we go out, by the water, sit downs, whatever the case may be, we have to show care in that work and that duty, because those are works, those are duties, and those are duties and works to the Most High Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi. Okay, and we have to show care to those things. Now, let me see what pops up when I look up this one. Definition of show care.
Here's the definition of showcase: a glass case used for
I don't know if that will even pop up. Okay, it says feeling or showing concern for or kindness to others, a kind or caring person. Which, we do show kindness as well, because, people may feel as if when we go out to the highways and the hedges and so on and so forth, that we're mean or we're hostile. Now, we can get like that, yet nevertheless, we I just lost my train of thought now. But yet nevertheless, we do show care and kindness. Us preaching this word is the kindest thing that you could do. That's actually you showing love. You know what I mean? You preaching this word, that's you showing love. All right? And that's what we have to show care to. The preaching of the word. The preaching of the gospel. Okay? Being those examples, matter of fact, of the believers. 1 Timothy chapter 4 and 12. And it says here, let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, and purity. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. See? And this is what we have to show care to these things, to doing these things, and doing these things to the best of our ability. St. John chapter 4, verse 34, and it says, Yahawashi saith unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work. See? And that's what we have to do. Finish this work and show care to the work. All right? Just as Yahawashi did, he showed care. Because he didn't come, Yahawashi said himself, he didn't come down here to do his own will, but the will of the one that sent him, which was his Father. St. John 6 and 38, for I come down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. See? And Yahawashi showed care because he did everything that he was entrusted in doing. And he did everything perfect. When Yahawashi was on the scene, he was without fault. He was blameless. He didn't sin. He taught his apostles, he taught his disciples who later became apostles, those that heard, those that listened, healed, healed the sick, healed the blind, cast out devils, so on and so forth. Yahawashi, he showed care. St. John chapter 9 and 1. And Yahawashi passed by, and he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Yahawashi answered, Neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of the heavenly Father should be made manifest in him. So the only reason that man was blind, so that Yahawashi could perform a miracle on him by having him see again, when he saw nothing but darkness. When he was blind, he couldn't see nothing. And it says, verse 4, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. And that's why we want to show care, because there's going to come a time where you're not going to be able to teach this word. And whatever work you put in is what you're going to get graded off. Okay? All right? So you're going to be graded by that which you put in. And we want to put in the most work and do that work to the best of our ability without fail. Because you're going to have some men that, you have two men in this truth. You have those that did everything that they could, laid it all on the line, left it all in the ring, so to speak. And they're going to be at ease in their mind. They're going to be like, look, man, I put everything in here. And then you're going to have some men that wish they would have, could have, did more. I could have went out more. I could have, instead of, doing what I want to do, I could have did the Father's will more. Maybe there's still time. I could, you don't want to have that mindset, man, because you're gonna mess yourself up, man. You're gonna trouble yourself. And the best thing we could do is show care into this work, show care into this duty, show care in doing the will of the Most High. Because if we do so, there's a reward. There's a great reward. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 15. And it says here, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. See that? So if any man love this world, the love of the Father is not in you. You can't love this world. You can't love a world in which the Most High himself hates and despises. And this world hates the Heavenly Father too, man. How you going to love the world, but this world hates the Most High? It's disrespectful to the Most High. It's completely rebellious towards the will of YAHAWASHI. You can't love this place. There's nothing here to love. The only thing that you can love here is a wickedness, because we live in a world where they call light darkness and darkness light. That takes sweet for bitter and bitter for sweet. So you can't love this place, man. It's impossible. I mean, it's possible, but it's not wise. And we were once this. We loved this world. We thought that this was everything, until our eyes were opened into this truth and realized that everything in this world is nothing but bullshit. And this truth is the only thing that should be cherished, that should be loved, because this is what gives us a peaceful mind. And it says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. And it says it's not of the Father, but is of the world. You see? And we know that this world, as it's going to say right here, verse 17, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. See that? So those that do the will of the Most High, you're going to abide forever. And that's what I want, And that's what I'm going to continue to do the will. Do the will of the Most High to the best of my ability and without fail. Until the end. Because he that endureth unto the end, that's who's going to be saved. Okay? And this is what we want to do, brothers. Romans chapter 12. Oops. 1. And it says, and I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. You see that? So that is our reasonable service, to do these things. Alright? That we present our bodies as a sacrifice, that they be holy, meaning separate, and acceptable unto our power. Because that is our sole purpose on earth, doing His will. Right? And that's doing His will. That's us what? Working out our own salvation with the fear and the trembling. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. See? And that's what we got to do. Work out our own salvation with the fear and the trembling in YAHAWASHI. Okay? This is what we want to show our care to. This is what we want to give our all to. Hebrews 6 and 11. And it says, let me start it from the top, or 10. Verse 10. For the Heavenly Father is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards His name, and that ye have ministered to the saints, and do minister, and that's what we do when we go out to the highways and hedges, when we make our lessons. And it says, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. See? And that's what we want to do. To the full assurance of hope until the end. To the bitter end. Show that diligence. Show that care. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here through the Spirit Akim. I pray this lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. And as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, HaKakodesh. And it's on to the next one. Shalom.